Welcome back, guys. Backyard Builds with Nate here again. It's on Tuesday evening, guys. I just come out to the shop, did a little bit of a cleanup. I lit the old furnace before I went in the house for supper when I got home, and yeah, she's toasty out here again. I'm enjoying this. You can come out and do things in the evening and be warm and whatnot. Um, yeah, I've been working away for a couple of days, and tomorrow we're back down to places unknown with Douglas. I think he's back to work tomorrow, I think. He might not be able to do all the things, but I think he's got most of the things ready to go. I think he does. He's been doing stuff, so I think he can get around and do some stuff now. Never hurts to do a little something. Uh, we got our first snowfall this year, guys. Any amount, I'll take you along here and show you. Just out the door here, anyways. Um, First real snowfall this year. Of course, quick story though. Coming up the mountain in the Mercury, the first time I've been driving the Merc in the snow, and come up the mountain, and you always want to get some momentum at the bottom, right? I got the old momentum going. Now nobody in front of me. I said, I got this. I got momentum going. There's one spot on our mountain. There's an S turn in the mountain, and that's where a lot of people spin out and whatnot. Now I was doing good. Got to that S turn. There was people crossways in the road, 3 or 4 vehicles, and I'm not stopping, guys. I passed one guy on the inside. I was half on the road, half in the dirt. I passed him. I'm not getting out to help because if I stop, I'm done. So I passed him on that side. I got through the S turn and up closer to the top, and there was another guy up against the railing. And I just kept going. I got out around that guy. Then there's another spot that levels off a bit, and there's a bit more of a steeper grade before the turn at the top of our mountain. And it comes up, and it's a T at the top, so you have to come up and go right or left. So we're coming up. I'm coming up. I go past them guys, and I get up to this next spot, and there's one car crossways in the road, a car here spinning, and a truck behind it. Now, I've got pretty good momentum going on. So I'm looking. So I'm on the wrong side of the road in the dirt, and I'm passing this guy that's crossways in the road. He can't move. He's almost sliding sideways down like this. And I got by him, and I'm almost to the T. And at the T of the mountain, there's one more turn. And I get there, and there's another car on my side of the road, half in the ditch, half on the road. And I had to stop because he was coming back at me, so I stopped. I didn't think I was going to get going again. And I just feathered the throttle a little bit. And the old thing, actually, I only got like 60, 80% tires on the back of it, winter tires. I was quite surprised. I did get going in, got enough momentum, and got up around that top. But yeah, if nobody else, the first snow, hard to say if they had winter tires on or whatever. But anyways, that's enough of my story. I made her home. I'm going to show you our first little snow. First little snow. All right, deep enough for a footprint, and it's still snowing from here to the house. You see it coming down. I got the blade on the tractor on the weekend. That geared up. I don't have the chains on it yet because my good tires tubes are gone, and these are my spares, and one of the tubes hanging through the side and everything. But for now, that'll get me going. But yeah, first snowstorm in the garage with the heat on. Liking this heat in the garage, guys. So anyways, we'll do a little something here. All right, last video with the boy, 2 videos ago. So I got this floor pan. I've drilled all my plug welds where she's going to be plug welded on the. I like a 1/2 inch plug weld myself, something pretty good. A lot of people 3/8, 1/2 inch. These ones here and up there is down on the cab mount up there. So this here, the floor, and I've got it trimmed now. It's all trimmed so it fits real good. We're not going to work on that tonight, but it does. I have it fitting really good in here now. It fits down in. I'll just show you real quick. I got a little grinding to do around the sides, and I got this fitting pretty darn. I'm just going to kind of set it in there for now, guys. I ain't going to make it fit real nice, but she sets down by there, of course, because I had it out again. The front goes down in. That goes over there. back just a hair more. I got no MIG gas, so I can't go ahead and weld this in yet. Oh, now I'll struggle here for a minute, guys. Sorry. That down there and that up there. That there. Anyways, you get the gist. That does fit up over there. Struggling. When I had it out and drilled it, I probably tweaked it a little bit. I got it so it fits pretty darn tight. Keep that edge up in there again. I get some gas in the welder, I'll get it in here and tack it and get it all in place, but we're right down to, maybe I can do it one more time. Roughly. That comes up a little bit, but anyways, that there gap won't stay in over there, but it does fit pretty good and stuff. We can't do this right now because I got no gas for my welder. I'm all out of gas on the welder. No, not roughly, right? Anyhow, we can't do that, so that's next on the list, though. I get some gas and go at the other one and get that one tacked in. I gotta take the booster master. We might pull the booster master cylinder off this tonight. I was kind of playing with this here for a few minutes, guys. I can set you up here somewhere. It's half decent. So, the front coil spring mounts to the housing on this bracket. We got these brackets here new. The lower bracket goes on to the front control arm. And so this here bolts on here. And the coil spring sets in there on that one. There's supposed to be one more bracket, and he couldn't get the one more bracket. There's another bracket that holds the coil spring to this plate to hold the front end together, because there's a plate on the bottom, mounts on that front end, and then when the plate comes up in here, there's another strap that holds this spring here. So, anyways, I think what we're going to do is, I think we should build a bracket for that spring. It bolts through with them two bolts, and it goes in here and holds that spring on. Now, he got these new, but he couldn't get these brackets at the same time. So, I think we're going to try to make these. I kind of had a little idea. It's got to have a flat, an up, and a down over the spring. So at least two bolts have to go through it to bolt it down. And I was thinking what I was going to use. But I brought some pieces back from Gates's of the plasma cutter I have hiding over here that maybe I can use one of them. Maybe. See what we got. We got these, I kind of like these round pieces. They come off the plasma table. He was cutting something on the plasma table. And we got these ones, but that's not wide enough. Not wide enough. I think what I'd like to do is make something that's like an angle iron. An angle iron's not long enough. Over and up and out. And we got half of a round. Maybe we can use some of that round. Maybe we can use some of that. I'll grab a marker and see what we can do. Maybe we can use this. Hope everybody's having a good day. Even though she's snowing out, we're still going to do stuff, guys. I'm enjoying this heat business. This heat business is really nice. Bring you on over. Bring you on over. Oh, I got you hooked in that bag. See if we can see down this thing, what I'm doing here. Can you get right down in there? Look straight down here? Yeah, okay. Oh, I got that control anyway. Oh, I'll find it at the same time. Just 1 second, guys. All right, so I'm thinking, I got this round washer, right? So there's a lip. We got the thickness of the spring plus the thickness of the plate, plus the thickness of the plate. And I'm thinking that that looks like it may be enough to hold that. So if I bent that in a Z shape, down and over, I should be able to make that, and then trim, I should be able to trim some off of it. Look, I grabbed the poopy marker, guys. I should be able to trim like that much off it, and then have this out onto the spring, bent down to the Z, and drill it to fit that. And that's wide enough there. Yeah. So what I got to figure out is, where do I want my bend at, I guess. So flip her over. Flip it over. And we're going to say this is the bolt pattern here. Bolt pattern there. Roughly. Doing some rough guesstimates here. Guesstimates. Just see what happens. So I want that to come out just a little bit past on that spring. So, all this is going to do is we're in the end we're going to have the bends in it. So I just got to guesstimate where I want to come up before the bend. So if we're saying that's the mark for the bolt holes, but that's not where the bolt holes are going to be. Okay. So if I want my bend, it's going to have to. I might just put a bend in one and try it, make a pattern with one, and then come back to it. What I might do, guys. Hard to see that mark on that there, though. See better on the other side. A bit more. I think I'm going to do is I'm going to give her a test. I'm going to throw it in the brake. I'm going to break my first brake bend to where I want my up and down to be. Someone else will know exactly the measurements on this, but we'll be able to go in, and up, and da-da-da-da-da. So let's just do a bend. Let's just do a bend. I kind of got an idea of how much I want it to be. We'll just do a bend. And guess. I got the old brake geared up. Haven't used it in a bit. Haven't used it in a bit. Haven't used it in a bit. And kind of want that right there, I think. Now she won't fit in there where I wanted her to go. We're going to have to take that plate off. Take that plate off. Take her off. Get her ahead. Try it a couple times, see what happens. That's all we can do. This old brake, I got a deal on this. I bought this brake for $300. And I just happened to be in a shop working away. And I heard a person say in the background they were going to sell that for $300. It was a shop I was working in at the time. And I said, well, I guess I'm buying that. So ended up, I brought it home. Brought it home and away we went. I ain't gonna lie, guys, I was playing around, bending some stuff. So it's not a true setup, but I was playing a little bit here the other day and whatnot. So now I want to see, bend it the other direction. See what we've got. I didn't know if I could get this tight enough or not. Whoa. There you go, I broke my tripod. Oh, I broke the tripod, guys. Oh, I guess I just broke my zip tie. We get this here done, I'll put you another zip tie in you. Now, did I go too much? It's a little bit more on this end than what I would have liked to have done. Should make it a little bit shorter. A little bit shorter. We're going to do another one. Once I get one made the way I want it, then it'll be all right. And then we're going to go a little bit shorter with that first bend. A little bit shorter. Just a little bit shorter than that one. Let's see what that does. Okay, the other bend works out good, so I know I can shove that in to the line on the, can you see that? Yeah, there's a line here between them teeth that seems to work nice. That one's actually flush there, and that's what I used last time. Go with that. This is 1/8. It's pretty good, pretty hefty stuff. That's looking more what I want to see. We'll test it on the spring over here and make sure we got the right. I'm gonna have to get you guys a zip tie on this here tripod. We'll go over here and grab another zip tie, and then we'll test this out again. Actually, I'll give you a pause for a minute, see if I can fix it. All right, back in the saddle again with another zip tie and the stuff and things. So let's see if that'll work now. Probably going to be too wide. Fit in there. Yeah. So the only issue now, before we can try it, is it's too wide. So I need to trim her down. Trim her down. So we'll use the... I'm just, like I say, guys, I'm just playing here a little bit to see if I can make one of these work. If I can, great. All it's more or less going to be is a dovetail. I call it a dovetail. Yeah, where's the old grinder? Grinder and safety squints. And give her a trim, see what it looks like. See if we can make a half a line. Some of them zip blades. That zip blade there is very, I don't like it. A lot of crapola. Cut some of these discs, the crap just fly right off them. And they, 1 minute they're sharp, and next minute they're dull, next minute they're sharp. That's some different ones I was trying, but my brother gave me a few different ones there, and I just thought I'd try them, but we won't use many of them. I'm still on the ones Winston gave me. They're still going. They still work good, and I'm liking them. We'll stay with them ones today. But we want to go right there. They're starting to get warm. My vice grips at? Vice grips or gloves? I'll put a pair of gloves on. Just starting to get a little warm, that one is. Not ready. That's okay. Normally we're ready. I might have cut it too narrow. And I did. Cut it too narrow. So that's going to be we'll just use that as our pattern now. Now that we know that's our pattern. And that will fit right in there. And that will actually work perfect. Set there for a minute, will you? It'll work perfect other than I cut it too narrow. At least now I have a pattern. So, and I can trim a little bit of this off too. Trim a little bit off there too. But that is inside. Bolt down like that. So, the win, I just made it a little too narrow. Now I could do a couple different things. I could still drill the holes in it, add a washer. I could still drill the holes in it and add a washer, but the washer would come out around. I'll probably just bend up another one. Only takes a minute. So we'll bend up another one. We'll bring you back when I have one that's a little bit better. Then on our spring hangers, the bolt slid through just setting there. The bottom bolt, I'm going to run a tap up through and clean out the threads. We'll do that in a second. I'll do the right thing this time, and I'll mark the holes first. Mark the holes first, and the width that hangs out by first, before I cut. Mark like that. At least now I have now I know where I can cut it to make it right this time and not half-ass like the first one. All right. I'll bring you back in a minute. Now we have two. Yeah, so anyways, we got two all done. Drilled it in the drill press. Same bolt pattern. Worked out good. So now the spring will set on there. Back will slide right in. I'm going to bolt it up. One's up there, and there's enough. So now I've got enough that when it tightens down, that'll tighten down. There's enough that when it tightens down, it'll tighten down, and it'll actually put pressure on it. It's not, and it's out almost flush here, and I'm going to bolt right down through there with them when it goes in. That'll work. It's not the same as the original one, but it'll do its job. It'll keep the spring from falling out. And then we'll have to build a top one. I've got a factory top one that come off of it. Factory top one, all it is a little piece of crap like that, and it bolts through from the bottom to the top with a bend in it. That's all that top one is. So this one here is still good enough shape that this one here would work. That one would work. I'll just build it at a 1/8 flat strap, and that'll do that. So, okay, that puts us ahead on two of them. Both of them, they can go in the pile of to be painted stuff. To be painted. These have oil on them. I have to clean them up so we can paint them. So, yeah. Just doing a few little things here. Just a few little things. What else? What else? We can't put that together till we get these here. I need welding gas is what I need. On these here radius arms, they're wore like they all do. They wear and they rust down. So they're wore down in here a little bit. They're not wore right through. They're not wore right out of place or anything like that. Are we still in the same virginity there? Yeah, we're still in the same. Yeah, they're not right out of place. They're only down a little bit, enough that the size of them when it's in anyhow. And the other washer goes in here. That's supposed to be that size all the way out through. I'm just going to weld them up, and then grind them back down. They're still good and solid, but we like to keep the rubber so they fit good and decent. So that's on the list to do when I get MIG gas. And then paint them. Then I can start putting that together. Okay, let's to a standstill on that for a minute. So let's take the booster and stuff off this cab over here for now. I want to get this booster off this thing. It's only a few bolts. It's only a few bolts and a pin. Let's see if we can. It'll come off easy. There's a new one. And this old one's just bothers me moving it around here. It always seems to be hitting me in the knees and all that stuff. So let's just delete it. Why don't we? Why don't we give her the delete syndrome? Yeah, there's 9/16 ratchet wrench. I'm jumping around a bit here tonight, just more or less playing from thing to thing more or less tonight. Just kind of playing. We have a brand new booster and master for this. Like I say, just pushing it around, it's kind of in the way. Yeah, we're just doing stuff. Just doing stuff, guys. There's always lots to do and never enough time, usually. We'll see if that pin seized up in there on this one. I won't throw this away yet, but I'll just get it off and I'll put it in with my parts. I got the new one. New one's in the house, I think. A pile of parts for new stuff. And so they got a hole that pin has to come out through. We'll see. You can see the hole. I'll get you down. So right. Oh. You see that hole right there? Yeah. So there's the pin. I'm going to take this clip out down in here, and then we can drive that pin through. And it does look like that's seized a little bit. Spray some go-go juice on it, and we'll try to tap that through. Get the pin out, tap that through. I get the needle-nosed vice grips. And what do I got for go-go juice? Some Master Blaster juice. PB Blaster. We'll put some Master Blaster juice onto her. Let's see whichever way that clip is turned. That clip is turned. Oh, there's a nice little white spider. Get over there, spider. See if I can turn this pin. If I get this pin to turn first, and then get out the clip, guys. Grab the other scripts. Bring you back up here, I guess. Still brake juice in that canister. Still brake juiced. Get that pin turned. Get some brake juice flying over here at us, coming at the side of her. Now there is another bolt down there with the pivot. I might be able to make it swing over there. There, she's starting to turn there. PB Blaster, Super Soaker. Master Blaster, Super Soaker. Get back on one side, get that to turn, but I can't get to the other end of the pin. The pin is aimed down the wrong direction. Oh. Gonna fight for this one tonight, are we? Everything tonight's gonna be a fight. What I should have geared up is my air hammer and gave her a couple rap-a-tap-taps. Rap-a-tap-taps. We're gonna give it a couple rap-tap-taps anyways. With the hammer and a punch, I guess. Stuck in both pieces, so we'll do her on the pin too. I see some rust movement. So we can get on that again. Didn't really want to boom this side up too much because that's the side we got to beat it through. It's the only side we can get a hold of. I might have to unbolt the side off that. Might have to. Oh. Maybe. Well, I could have got that pin to come out. Would have been a lot better. Alright, are we taking the whole thing off? We can unbolt it off the firewall and unhook the pedal on the inside and give us the other. Then we can get it right out and get that pin out. That might be what we're doing. Half-inch wrench. See what we got. Being a bit of a pain in the bum. There's a pivot, another pivot point here. We can unbolt the second part here. One more wrench. We'll take one side off and get to it that way. Just a tight one, Mr. Grinch. She's a tight one. Get back in there. How's that one going to come out? Oh yeah, that one will come out. So that one will come out. Then we can pop the 2 9/16 off the firewall. Let's do it with the impact. Just do it. Be able to get them two with the impact. Oh yeah. No. Where did I throw the impact to? It's over there by the bender. We should be able to get right at that pin then. A little bit better. Guess I was trying to cheat. Trying to cheat. If it wasn't seized, it would have woofed its cookies and come off there. All right. Now, we'll take that one side. That side bracket off. Now we can get at the mangled pin, which there ain't much to it there anyways. Should have come out. Little booger. That little booger should have come out of there. I planned on taking the bushings out and greasing them before it goes together anyways. So this is just a quick little bit. Should have started there first. Now, I don't want to hit that and man, she is seasoned there pretty good. Might have to super soak her for a day or two. Might have to super soak her for a day or two, guys. I got no heat, no torches, so one of these days I hope to be able to take a paycheck and get some of that stuff. Right now we're just working with what we have. Yeah. Well, we're gonna let that soak overnight. Let that soak overnight, guys. I've had a long day. Come out to play a little bit, and a little struggling. You get to see me in the struggle. So, yeah, we'll let that soak for a little bit. She's seized in the center on the pin here. It's free on the outside. We'll super soak it a bit. The new master does come with a new rod. If I have to, I'll cut it off, grind a little spot in the middle. But we should be able to soak it and get it out after a bit. So, yeah, we'll call that it for Tuesday night, guys. There's a little struggle all the way around, but we accomplished something. Come ahead on this and ahead on that, and one little piece at a time. So Friday I'll be getting MIG gas. So I get MIG gas Friday. I'll be able to get back at that, and then this here I'm just going to tap out them two bottom holes. I can bolt the front spring brackets on, bolt the rear spring brackets on. Once the rear spring brackets are on, I can slide the rear end and the new 4-inch lift springs and stuff in the back. And front spring brackets on, I can the front end back under it, then I'll have a roller again. So within the next little bit, this is going to be a roller. And when this becomes a roller, tanks there in the box, new tank straps and stuff there, just bolts it on. And then we can swap his box over onto this frame. Box and the cab. So that'll go pretty good. It's got new cab mounts and stuff, new cab bolts. But yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming out. Thanks for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Been a little struggling tonight, but it'll all come together in the end. And it's, what is it? It must be, it's like, it's 10 o'clock here, or 10:30 here in Scotia Nova now. And I'm going to go and have a little set down for a few minutes. Down to Places Unknown tomorrow and see what's happening down there. We will. So, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Catch you all when we're getting to do some more things.